Okay, good morning, everybody. We don't have a ton of things popping up on the scanner today. We've got WAVD, we've got meds, IDAI, and SLGG. And SLGG kind of looks like crap, but IDAI and WAVD is looking pretty good. Waved, we'll call it. Waved meds and IDEA? I don't know. We'll call it something. Anyways, this looks like a pretty good entry right here or very close to it, so we could start with a Wave D trade here. We could see this down to 63 cents, which kind of worries me a little bit, but we could also see this moving up pretty quick too. We haven't seen it drop past the low of that one candle there, so I'm thinking we go for, oh, there we go, a little bit more of a drop. Maybe we aim for the 63-cent area. We'll see if we can get that. If not, you might have to jump it a little higher. We'll go for 80 cents, and we'll go for a 60-cent stop. So we're gonna give it 3 cents, which is, you know, a little large, but that kind of gets us where we need to go. If you get in higher, I wouldn't bother with such a large stop, but it looks like you're gonna get pretty close either way. Okay, so we're at 67. We dropped to 64. I'm going to take a little bit at 67. So I'm going to say trimming wave D 67. Definitely want to get that trim off. Meds is bouncing around. It is at that $10 mark. We don't really want to play that. IDAI here sitting at the top resistance level. So we'll see if it can break a high day. If it breaks high day, maybe we take a play off that. We are very close to $2, which is a whole mark as well, which is kind of a problem, but we'll see when we get there. We've got Wave D back down. So it looks like we might go for a VWAP bounce here, but we could also see it dip a little bit further and maybe wick us out as well. So we'll just keep an eye on this, see what happens with that. IDAI, I'm not doing a whole lot here. Yeah, so it looks like we're probably going to get wicked out here. 60-30, 60-12. There you go. All right, so you're going to get wicked out on this. We walked away with probably a tiny bit of profit here. Yeah. Is it enough for fees? You know what? I actually think it is enough for fees anyway because fresh account. Okay, I still think this is going to go though, so I'm going to try another Wave D here. Even though we dropped down to 60, I'll take it at 60 or around here. We're going to try for 80 again with a point 57. Yeah, 57. I kind of want to try to keep giving this about 3 cents a room because I keep getting afraid we're going to get wicked out on it, and we can afford up to 5 cents here, but you don't really have to have it this low. You could have it 58 if you want. It looks like it's going to start to curve back up here, which is what we want to see. IDAI is still moving down a little bit here. We can see it's back at 181 for a bounce. So we'll probably wait and see 181, what happens. Hang on, guys, just trying to fix something here. There we go. There's IDAI right off of that zone. Didn't get the entry though because I was messing around with something. There we go. I think I figured it out. So that kind of sucks, but no, we almost stopped out a Wave D there as well. We got a nice bounce. IDAI breaks back down, so we're going to see if it hits this 190 area. This is kind of the area I want to see. IDAI, if we can take a bounce off of, so 190, we'll go for that. We're going to go for a 220 on it with a 180. Yeah, I mean, we don't really have a ton of support here, so I'm actually just going to say 185. We could probably give this more room, but I don't know, we don't really need it. So 185 is going to be around where you want to put your stop. If you got a little bit higher, you can move your stop up even a little bit more. Looks like we've recovered quite a bit. I'm going to take some profit around this 206 area. Trimming IDAI 206-ish. Looking good. We're probably going to see this come back down, so just keep taking some trims whenever you feel like it. 215 here, going to take another trim. Okay, 217, whatever it is, we're up, so it's looking good. Trimming, IDAI, 217. All right, perfect. Man, we actually pumped all the way up to 226 there. Take another trim if you want. Huge. Wave D broke down, but that's okay because this one's paying off. Trimming IDAI, 225-ish. We're up pretty big. We got Wave D here. You know what? We're still seeing buying pressure down here. So kind of trying to figure out the spot we might see the bounce. Might be from this 54-cent area. I'm going to take another shot in the dark with Wave D. The problem with Wave D right now is we don't have a ton of support down here. And even the supports I do have down here are very, very limited. So it makes this really not so great to play, but you know what, there's so much range on this that if we hit it right, we could make it big here. So go 54. We're gonna try. I still think 80 cents is on the table, and we're gonna go for a 50, maybe just a 52 stop at this point. Yeah, because we're not gonna get down to 49, so we'll just try 52. We should see it hold on the 20 for a bounce if this has got any more momentum to it. We're 246 here on IDAI and halted, so we're up pretty good. And we've got NQ down big this morning. We probably have some other stuff that we can look at. Actually, IDAI is not halted. It's still moving, so we're going to go ahead and take some profit then. IDAI, 250-ish. $250, taking some profit. Yeah, waves does look like it's gonna bounce here, so we did come down the 54-cent area. We are seeing some buying pressure still, which is good. It's all looking fantastic here so far. Med's not really showing us anything. I think IDAI is probably due to come back down now. I'm not sure why we didn't get a halt out of that. That looked like it was going to. Got a couple other things we could probably look at. CDLX was one of them. Pre-market looked like crap. Still does, but the market open had some volume. It does look like it's dying off here, so we'll just leave it as is for now. And then we've got Huge. Actually, Huge has been moving pretty good in the pre-market, and we're seeing a decent open, so this could be something. So we're just gonna chart out some levels real quick. Anything that looks like it might hold a support. Yeah, I think that's basically it. We could even move this down a little bit maybe, but good enough for now. Yeah, I'd more than likely be looking to short this, not go long off that. We'll see, though. We're at 58 here on Wave D, so we're going to take some profit. I'm going to go trimming Wave D, 0.58, 58, 59, something like that. Boom. We just saw that up to 60. Another good area to trim if you could catch that. Meds is not really looking too hot right now. CDLX is also like 13 bucks, which I'm not really a huge fan of. At least Huge is in the right price range. Yeah, still looking like IDAI is going to come back down. It looks like we got rejected off that area of resistance, but I'm sure it's going to be fine. I guess we'll have to wait and see. Looking good. Med's still not really doing a whole lot here. IDAI still holding, which is pretty nice. And we've got Huge coming back down, which is exactly what we anticipate to see right off that 153 resistance. Where's it going to land, though? It could come back down to 140 or maybe even the 200 here, 137. So we'll just keep an eye on this. We'll see where it goes. Waves back down and back up just like that. 53 all the way back up to 60. Good range even in this. Like, you can make a ton of money off that. So we'll just have to try to... Maybe this will be more of a scalping ticker than anything, because this... I mean, like, I still expect this to come back up. We're seeing a little bit less buying pressure down here, which is not great, but not terrible. We are seeing a lack of volume, like, huge here, so that's kind of what's keeping me from entering, and because I'm not really... Yeah, the price action's not really telling you very much on this one either, so it's kind of hard to tell you where it's going. IDAI. You know what? This still looks like it might be a consolidation. We could see a bull flag forming here, so it could pop back up and make a new high. Meds does look like it's starting to move back up, but 10 bucks is a lot. I think we can probably find cheaper things to play. We got FSP popping up. Alright, like no pre-market data, but we did go from 159 to almost $2, so that's not terrible. It's looking really gappy though, not a lot of price action to work off of, so maybe we just leave it be. We got CVGI as well. CVGI is looking like crap, so we're just going to leave that be as well. Huge, not really doing a whole lot. IDAI. It's still holding in this area, which is good. Looks like we're building some support right there. Maybe a tiny bit lower. Something like that. Anyways, we're still looking good. We're still holding on to some of this. We've got Wave D still. It popped up a little bit more. We saw 61, almost 62 out of it. So if you could have grabbed 61, 62, that would be fantastic. That's another trim level. So we will see. We will see. IDAI is coming down. Looks like we're breaking through that support. Nasty red candle. Looks like we are maybe making our way back down to VWAP here. There could be a little bit of support in this area as well, which is good. That's what we want to see, because we've got the VWAP and the 20 there. So we got quite a bit going on right there. Waves back down a little bit. We've got huge gapping up a tiny bit. Yeah, I don't like this gappy action. It's kind of hard to play. What's volume sitting at right now? 9,000, 11,000. Man, it's kind of a good thing we started a new account today, because if we were playing with a $50,000 account again and we were trying to trade this, it just wouldn't work. IDAI. Honestly, might break back above. We had a bearish candle, dropped pretty far, but then we see a bullish candle pushing back up. I got buy orders on the side coming in, a lot more than sell orders, which is good. It's getting eaten up though. We need waves to break out, or waved to break out. What's the news on this one? Government contract. Yeah, that makes sense for the jump then. Literally over 100% today, going from 29 to 77 at top. 78? Yeah, just about 78 at top. IDAI, it should start to move back up. We're seeing some buying pressure here, but I still wouldn't really be surprised to see it bounce down to VWAP here, and then we maybe take another entry off that. Man, I really need more screens. I ordered the Odyssey Arc. It says it's going to be delivered today, but I was looking at the package delivery, and it's still in Ontario, which is not here. So I think they're lying. Unless it's just one really fast Purelator driver. I guess we'll see. Yeah, for anybody that doesn't know, you can go on Amazon and type in like warehouse deals, and they'll take a huge percentage off of the price of things just because somebody ordered it and didn't want it and sent it back, or it was damaged in transit, like the box was damaged in transit, and you can get like big money off. Like the Arc is a 4,000 Canadian dollar monitor or whatever, and because the box was damaged, they took $2,000 off. So how can you pass that up? I obviously need a 55-inch curve monitor for trading. So for $2,000 off, I couldn't say no. CVGI is down. Yeah, Huge is it's kind of looking like that 153 area of resistance is holding pretty strong. FSP's not really doing anything. We got Meds not doing anything. We got Wave D coming down a little bit. This was kind of what I was afraid of today. We don't have a ton of movers. We've got Wave D and IDAI, which are kind of looking okay, but the rest of the stuff is not. IDAI is still holding in this area. We're kind of consolidating down a little further, but we could still kind of make out a bull flag here. So you never know. We might see this pop. I think it will too. So that's what we're watching right now. IDAI and Wave D. And maybe Huge. If Huge can break through this 153 resistance, we could see a new high. IDAI popping back above resistance just briefly here, probably before coming back down. I'm looking to pick up more shares, but I'm not looking to pick it up around 220. I'd like to see it come back down to maybe 213. And then if we get 213, maybe we give it just a 203, 204 stop, something like that. Maybe even 205. Yeah, I could do it the 205 stop. Wave D, we need to see this break and hold above the 60 resistance. Huge gets rejected again. What's NQ doing? NQ's still falling. But you know what? We might be building support at this 15,593 area, so maybe we see that start to move back up. IDAI is popping back up pretty nicely, actually. As long as we don't see it retest too quickly, we should hold here, and we might see a new high, which is fine because we still have some, but also I'll cry a little bit when we're out of shares and it's still running. Okay, it's coming back down. It's actually what I prefer to see right now. I kind of want it to see it come down to this 213, 214 area. We will see. Yeah, Meds is like honestly not really moving enough to make me care too much about it. I mean, even if you got this at the bottom at 950 and you took this up to 1050, it's, well, I mean, that's not too bad. That might be about 10%. Oh, Huge is down. Okay, so this is an area I wouldn't mind jumping in on Huge just to give it a shot. $1.40. If you can get a little lower, go for it. We're going to try for $1.55, and we'll go for a $1.35 stop. So we don't even need a ton of room on this. $1.35 should be plenty of room if this doesn't break down. Even if you get in lower, you could get in here $1.38, and you're still going to, you know, have to. It's probably not going to matter. You're probably going to be fine either way, having that $1.35 stop. And if it's not fine, we don't really want to be holding it down there anyway, so anywhere here is going to be good for an entry. We'll come back to that, though. I don't think it's going to move too quickly. So, okay, I was wrong. $1.44 already. I'm going to go ahead and trim some. Trimming Huge. $1.44. Okay, we got IDAI here. Still holding above resistance, which is good. We got Wave D not really doing anything, but at least Huge popped up, or well, popped down enough that we can actually maybe make some money off this. If we get this back up to 152, 153, this would be fantastic. So we'll take it. The IDAI here, it's still holding relatively high, 239. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we do have to. If we get dropped back down to 220, we've got that 20 pushing up now pretty hard, so 220 looking like maybe an area to buy in. We get a 210 stop. That it's kind of like right on support, but we haven't tested that support yet, so I'm not like super worried about it. Meds is back down after hitting 1070, and you know what? After thinking about it this range, it's actually not that bad. So we could maybe try to get something going here around this 950 area. And if we get in around 950 and we take this up to 10 or maybe even hopefully 11, we could make half decent money off it. Back up to 144 on huge, so if you didn't get your trim, take it now. And then next trim probably about 150. I'd like to see this to 155, but again, we're having a hard time breaking this resistance, so yeah, wouldn't really be too concerned with that. Once you hit 150, that's basically where you want to be. Wave Ds, good consolidation. Bands are starting to close in, so we're going to see something happen here with these bands closing in. It could be a drop. We are bearish on MACD right now, but yeah, we'll just have to wait and see. We made a little bit off of Wave D anyway. We went from 54 to 60, so not bad. FSP's really got no volume, so we're not really worried about that, or CVGI. And do we have anything new popping up on scanners? MCLD, we could take a look at that. Nope, don't like that. Momentum alerts is all IDAI. Normal alerts, all IDAI, my lord. So, yeah, this is the big one to watch, I guess. Huge keeps hitting this 145 resistance. It's kind of making me a little nervous that we keep touching this and not breaking through, but I guess we're going to see. Yeah, now we're looking at 223 for roughly for an entry. 220 I would still prefer to see, though. Maybe even lower. 217 would be fantastic. I am going to type out, though, that we do want to get back into IDAI with some more shares here around 220. We're going to go for 260 with it. That would be fantastic if we could hit that with a 2. We're probably not going to get too far with this, so I'm going to say 212 for a stop. Whoa. Okay. Maybe we'll get 212 for an entry. 212 for an entry. We're going to go 205 for a stop. Because at least that gives us that area of support. We can get rid of this. We can just move all our shares up there. Now we want to see this change direction right off that VWAP and move up. Huge 145. Yeah, a lot of resistance at 145. It just refuses to break it. Wave D also kind of making me a little nervous here. We do not want to see a breakdown of this 54 cent level. 226, not doing too bad. I'm willing to take a trim here on IDAI. So if you got in 212 or around 212, you definitely want to be trimming here. 227, maybe 228, 230. All right, perfect. Fat fingered that a little bit, but that's fine. Come on. Yeah, moved up to 230 there. Perfect. Trimming IDAI 230. That's what I like to see. Oh, Wave D not doing anything. Huge gets rejected. MCLD is obviously not doing anything. Same with FSP. Meds, nasty drop on meds. Do we know where this is going? Not really. On the 15, we could see this back down to 850, which is, you know, something we could actually see. I'm thinking more, we might even hold here. We could see the body close above the 20 here and start to see move back up. That's kind of what I hope to see. I don't really want to wait for it to drop to $9. But yeah, we'll see. We'll wait and see what happens. Wave D still holding on, and IDAI still looking okay. The band's closed above our stop now, so we're doing okay with that. It is moving up 223, all the way up to 228 so far. Huge, not doing a whole lot. Yeah, meds. Yeah, meds. We got 1 more minute to see the body close above. That's what we want to see. We want to see that body close above that 20. IDAI looks like it's getting ready to pop, but you know, I've been saying that for a while. Well, we did see another little pop here. It did make it back up very close to that high day, so could happen again. Wave D starts moving up, which is what we want to see as well. This is looking good. Where do we trim on Wave D? We trimmed at 60, so we're actually looking for a pop above that band. We're going to need 62 more than likely here. Yeah, about 62 for our next trim. So that's what we're going to be aiming for there. IDAI is back down. We're seeing some selling pressure, but we have more buy orders coming through here, which is good. Hopefully that holds. This is going to be pretty touchy area as we break down bearish for the first time this morning. But we could see it pop back up. We got lots of buy orders coming in at this level, which is good. Is it going to save us? Who knows? We do have support here at 210, so we could still get wicked out if we see a nasty drop. But we'll see. We will see. Wave D making that move. I don't think we're going to break 60 here. I think we're going to have to retest, but again, we'll have to wait and see. Here's 61. Sorry, 61 I meant, not 60. Like right on that resistance area. I could probably make this a little bit bigger, easier to see. Huge back down a little bit. IDAI, yeah, just about wicked us out there. Let's see if it holds or if we're in for a bigger drop. We already got our first trim, so we're actually not looking too bad even if we stop out here, but I would like to see this move back up. So we will see. Nothing else really moving. We've got huge here back at 145 resistance. We need to see this break that 145. If we can break 145, I think we'll be sitting pretty good. Yeah, we are stopping out on IDAI remainder there, so walked away with a little bit of money. Again, really nothing too huge. Oh, wow, look at that. 68. We need to trim this. That is big. Trimming Wave D. Oh my god, yeah. Wave D. 72, 74. We're trimming at 74. Not even remotely moving fast enough. Okay, that's good. Didn't quite get 74, but that's okay. Can't really complain seeing as how we entered around 50, 54? Yeah, 54. I think IDAI is probably going to pop, which is not great because like we just got stopped out, but and we don't have an area of support here, which is the other main problem I have. Get rid of that. So we're probably going to see this come back down to 185. At least that's what I think is going to happen here, 185. Unless we see it curl up because we're on the bottom band here, which we could see right here. So we shouldn't break down any lower if that's the case. If we break back above 209, I'll probably buy back in. Wave D halted, so first halt of the day, 656, so we're looking at 701 for an unhalt. Yeah, Med's body almost closed above the 20, just like we talked about. This one's kind of been not really moving too much either, so I'm not really too much a fan of jumping in on this just yet. However, most of the volume has stayed above this 956 level, which isn't terrible. Yeah, IDAI, I do think it's popping back up. I think it's going to hold. I'm going to give it another shot. I'm going to try for 205, like a little bit of a dip. I'm going to go for at least 240. If we get 240, I'd be pretty happy with that. And then maybe just like a flat $2 stop. That's really close to where yeah, but I don't think we need any extra room because we're not anticipating this to drop. So let's go $2 for the stop. If we get stopped out, not the end of the world. Okay, we've got Wave D here, still halted. Man, what a massive candle, though. Huge candle. 54 to 74. Let's take a look at, let's open the P&L thing here. Currently sitting at, we're currently sitting at 37% on this, so that's pretty good. IDAI, nice pop, so you know we're holding relatively high here. We haven't taken a ton of trades today, which is exactly what I expected to happen, but we're doing okay regardless. We've taken a few stops, but nothing too crazy. 213. So depending where you got in on this, if you got about 208, 207, 208, something like that, 213, 214, this is a good area to take your first trim, just to make sure that if you do stop out that you're getting at least your break even. So I'm going to say trimming IDAI 215-ish, somewhere around there. Wave D should be unhalting in about 2 minutes. And then we'll see how much more we make off this, if any. IDAI is back down to that area of, well, support right now, but was resistance. We will see. Wave D is not doing too bad here. FSP's like lost all of its volume, so we can just close that one down because we're obviously not going to play that, or MCLD. NQ still holding in this area, but we have broken down a little bit from that area of support, so I do expect to see this probably dropping a little bit further. We could see this maybe making its way down to 15,550. That could be an area of interest. We could also see it down to 15,501 pretty easily. IDAI back down, Wave D still halted, Huge is down, so getting close to stop. If you want, you can cut this wherever. You don't have to wait for this 135 stop. It does look like it's just kind of gapping around. There's not a lot of volume to it, so closing this out is not the worst option. Well, we made a little bit off it, so I'm happy with that. I'm going to say cutting the rest of Huge near break even, just to make sure we kind of keep those profits. 138 is my break even, so I can do it right here. Or better if you can. IDAI looks like it. Yeah, see, good thing we took a trim because this might stop us out. Might come back down for a stop. Wave D unhalts were up 84. We went up to 90 cents. Make sure you take another trim. Trimming Wave D 0.90-ish. Man, if we hit a whole dollar off this, we would have, it's going to be 100%. I can dream. Back down a little bit there. Well, quite a bit, actually. Relatively speaking, 87 to 77 is huge, so, but you know what? We've made quite a bit of money off this, so I can't really complain. We are currently sitting at 87, so what is that? 61% off this, so yeah. Yeah, I can't complain with that. I think it'll probably even bounce up higher. Meds is back up a little bit here. Yeah, see, I'm just like, I'm not comfortable enough to take a trade on this because it's not really giving me anything I want to see. Wave D on the other hand. Absolutely nuts that we consolidated this low around 54 for so long, and then we were just waiting for a break to 60, and here we are almost at 90. Actually, we tapped 90, but close enough. Huge is coming back. Anywhere here to... I'm going to cut, but you guys can hold if you want to. IDAI is... Yeah, you know, it's still holding on, so can't really complain about that either. Just yet, anyway. Meds, IDA, CDLX, we got those. KLTR. We could look at KLTR. Sometimes that one moves okay. 205. Yeah, NRBO. Ooh. Well, the pre-market early on looked pretty good, but that was pretty much it. Yeah, that's not seeing anything new. What about SLGG? Because we saw that earlier. No, that hasn't gotten any better. SMFL at least has a little bit of volume. Still doesn't look good, though. Wave D, we'll see if it starts filling this gap back down now. If it does, we could be in trouble. But if it holds, we could be fine. I mean, we don't have a ton left either way, so I'm not super worried about it. But yeah, we kind of wanted to hold off this area here. Could actually make that orange point of interest. Back up to 81. Meds cracks $10, so that's cool. IDA doesn't stop us out. We are back up here to 212, 213. So if you didn't get your trim and you were sweating, now's the time. I think we're actually going to see this pop higher, though. We probably won't run into much in terms of resistance till 221, except for maybe VWAP. So we'll see. We'll probably see a little bit of a retested VWAP here, and then 221. There's VWAP. Little retest. Let's see if it holds. Lots of sellers up there. Got lots of buyers down here, though. So, lots of buyers down here. We might eat that up. It's tough to say. 215. We got Wave D bouncing again off that point of interest. Back up. IDIA is really struggling here. But we made our way up to 218. Huge is back down, so it looks like trimming or cutting right there was the good move. But again, we haven't stopped out yet. We're very close, but we haven't gotten there yet. Back at 218, we are holding above VWAP now, so we're actually looking at that 220, 221 resistance to see if it stops there and comes back down, or if we break through. If we break through, we could be making some more money. 222, 223, looks like we were so far breaking through. We could see a retest, though. Anytime now. There we go, 226. I'm going to take a trim. IDAI, 226, because that's up, you know, a fair bit amount from where we were last. So anywhere around here is going to be good. 228. Looks like we're retesting that upper resistance now. If we can break through this, we might be seeing this back up to 240 in no time, which is where we wanted to see this. Wave D still holding that point of interest. We are seeing some selling pressure, but, you know, equal buying pressure at the bottom. We are back up at 84. I would like to see this at $1 before I'm completely out of shares. Will we get there? Tough to say, but it's worth a shot. So Huge actually wouldn't have stopped us out of this trade, but I'm still not exactly liking it, so. We saw this up to 232. So again, not looking too bad. I expect this is going to come back down to VWAP and then recover back up and maybe retest that 228 again. Yeah, Wave D, lots of selling pressure up here. So we might actually see a breakdown of this area of support here at 76 and it filled that gap back down. These candles are pretty telling right here. IDAI doesn't look like it wants to come back down for a retest. It looks like it wants to continue on its way up to 240, which I will be totally okay with. We got Wave D here coming back down a little bit. IDAI not really doing a whole lot. Huge is down. Meds is not really doing much. SMFL's not doing much. Yeah, stuff's starting to get a little boring here. Got that retest on IDAI right on VWAP. Looks like it might move back up because we closed pretty bullish. Wave D back down. I bet you we did pretty good today. Yeah, we did really good today, actually. No, that can't be true. Is that true? Did we not get... Oh yeah, our closest stop out was Wave D, I think. Yeah, Wave D, we only made 1 cent off it, but that actually still ended up being profitable because it's such a small account and the fees are so tiny on these small accounts. It was 1.6% on it. But also we're playing with 25% of the port this month instead of 5% per trade, so we actually made quite a bit of money today. We're up at 27% on the port today already. So that's 1,367 bucks. Retesting this point of interest. IDAI is coming back down a little bit. Might retest VWAP here. Yeah, boring. I don't know if I'll take any more trades. Yep, there's the breakdown. So, as it retested the point of interest, broke down, filled the gap. So if you're happy with your profits, and you should be on Wave D if you held throughout this, feel free to close it out whenever, because it could be a long time before you see it back up there. Yeah, it's 27% a lot more entertaining than the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1% that we've been getting on the last account. But I'm not making this account like $1 million account or anything. We're just trying to get it to like $50,000 this month from 5K. And if we can do that, we'll start another account next month. Actually can't remember how much we were making at the beginning of the last account. I think we started with 5 grand too, doing 5% of the port, but it definitely wasn't $1,000. Wow, look at Meds go. Well, it did hit $11. That is where I said I wanted it to go. I just never pulled the trigger on it. I should have, in retrospect. IDAI is starting to break through. Let's see. Top band opening up. Come on. 240 and I'll be happy. I'll call it a day if we hit 240. Anytime now. We're breaking new high here, so this is good. Wish I didn't see that 156 tell orders coming through, but I think we might eat that up. Got quite a few buyers. Oh, no, not enough. Not enough. Rip. Look at Meds. 1165. What the hell? Oh my god. Yeah, it's tough to say when it's a good time to jump in and when's a good time to not jump in. So I try to just, if something looks good, especially early on in the morning, I'm more easygoing with jumping in. I'll just jump in for the hell of it because, a lot of things will run early on anyway. But like once you hit the second half of the morning, it's usually I'm a little more skeptical about things running, so I usually sit out like Meds here. Sometimes you miss out on stuff like that, but more often than not, you don't. Wave D does look like it wants to curl back up from here. So this could be a potential trade idea right here, too. You could take it right off this 70-cent level, but you gotta keep in mind this could come back down and retest VWAP at 67. So that's going to be quite a bit of room for you to deal with. If you're okay with 5%, 6% risk, you could put it down more, but yeah, I guess we'll see. IDAI is coming back down a little bit. We've got Huge not doing much. Meds is halted, so that's kind of cool. SMFL's not doing much, and IDAI is kind of struggling to break through here, but from what we've seen so far, it looks like it wants to. $15,540 on NQ. So we're just continuing this drop like we talked about. When you look at the hourly chart, we could see it down here at this 15,550 level. And now we're down at we could see this down to the bottom here at like 15,517. Pretty easily. We might even see it breaking down as far as 15,488. I wouldn't expect to see it break down lower than that. And if we did, going to be definitely confirmed bearish. So it could come back down to the 1500 flats. But yeah, it's doing its thing. And then we've got IDAI here back down to VWAP for a retest. Yeah, I don't know. I think we might be pretty much done for the day. But we will see here. Yeah, this looks like it might break down from here, actually. We might see this retesting 209. Or maybe we just see a big fat drop right back down to that flat $2 mark. I think we'll probably call it a day there. You could even cut IDAI anywhere here if you want to. Not the end of the world. Meds looks like it's probably going to unhalt and continue up. To where? I don't know. But if you break this $12 mark, you could probably see this coming quite far. So keep an eye on that. Huge, wouldn't really worry about it. It's kind of a huge waste of time is what it is. So we'll just close that out. SMFL, wouldn't worry about that either. So mostly the only things you're worrying about are meds, IDAI, and maybe WaveD. We did fill that gap. I mean, we're not in a bull market, so I can't really complain too much. We did hold up here for quite some time. So I think off VWAP is a good trade idea for WaveD. I'm not going to take it, obviously, because I'm just about done trading. Got IDAI here off of this 209 area is not terrible. Again, if you're still in this trade, you could cut it if you want. I think it's going to go back up. I think we're going to hit 240. We might even hit that 250, 260 area, which would be fantastic. And then we've got meds obviously halted, so you can't get in now. But if you see that break at $12, that could be definitely a good time to try and take a play. Again, you're going to have to give it quite a bit of room because it's going to be volatile when it unhalts. But yeah, for the time being, those are really the only three things that look even remotely close to good. We have one more that just popped up. ARMP. Actually, we got two. That's crap, so we don't worry about that. We got LSEA. Also crap. So just, yeah, focus on those three stocks if you're going to continue trading. Besides that, we'll go over the tracker here. Whoops, did not mean to full screen that. Windows 11 sucks. I hate Windows 11. I should have never upgraded. Let's see here. Money board, that's what I'm looking for. So we made $1,367 today so far. We still have an open position on IDAI. Closed out WaveD there. And we made 27% on the port, which is pretty decent. 5 wins, no losses. I think one of these should have been a loss because it was only like a 1% win. It was like a 1 cent trade on, I think, WaveD after averaging out after stop. But we managed to squeak away with profits because the fees are so tiny on when you're only taking these tiny positions, like only $76 in fees. I was hitting like, on the other account, I'm hitting like $2,000, $3,000 in fees a day. Sometimes even more. Anyways, technically speaking, I think we're at an 85% win rate. How did that happen? Oh, because of my end. No. Position size is 25% of the account, so we're running a 5K account right now. So 1250. 1250. Is my math right there? Yeah, should be. I don't know why that says 85% if we've taken no losing trades today. And yesterday doesn't count. 5 wins, no losses, but we took 6 trades. Where's the trade summary? We took 6 trades. Oh, you know what? It didn't count as a win. I bet you anything. It was probably a break even on fees. That's probably what it is. It's probably an exact break even trade that's getting counted as a loss but showing as a green because it's break even. So this one was probably still technically speaking not a profitable trade, but also not a not profitable trade. So I think that's what's happening here. Anyways, the rest of them were okay. WaveD was the big winner today, obviously. But that's really about it. Besides that, yeah, just keep an eye on these 3 stocks today. You got Meds, IDAI, and WaveD. WaveD, like I said, right off VWAP's looking good. Here you are, almost back at 80 cents now. So hopefully you took that trade. IDAI, I still think IDAI is going to go as well. And we got Meds halted, so if that, like I said, if that breaks 12 bucks, that could be a buy opportunity as well. So other than that, guys, I'm going to let you go for the day. Enjoy the rest of your trading, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Take care, guys.